In this video, we're going to be doing a step-by-step installation of this TRD Pro grill from Taco Cloud on this brand new 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Let's go. Let's quickly go over what's included in the box. All its products will be in the description down below. First, this is the TSS cover for your TRD Pro grill. We'll use this to protect your TSS sensor from the original grill. It also comes with 2 lock nut washers. Up next are the Tacoma letters. These are the overlays for your TRD Pro grill. I bought mine in matte black, but you can get this in various colors to match your truck. Lastly, here's your TRD Pro grill from Taco Cloud. At first glance, it looks like it's very well made, really lightweight as you can see, and comes with all the required screws and hardware for installation. Let's start this installation by prepping your TRD Pro grill. You're going to need the grill itself, your TSS cover, your Tacoma letters, and a screwdriver or a drill. Start by unpacking all your Tacoma letters. These letters look very sturdy and has a premium feel to it. Let's now grab the TRD Pro grill from Taco Cloud and install these letters. The installation process of these letters is pretty easy. All you need to do is line up the grooves to the slot. Make sure these are secured to the grill and repeat the process until you're done all the letters. Please keep in mind that there's 2 different T's and O's for this setup. Overall, all the Tacoma letters fit in perfectly. Carefully flip your grill over and let's start attaching the screws in. The package comes with all the mini screws required. I suggest to use a Phillips screwdriver over a drill to make sure you don't over-tighten the letters. Repeat these steps until all your letters are secured to the grill. After that's complete, flip the grill over and let's deal with the TSS cover. We're going to need to remove this cover that came with the grill. This is meant for the Tacomas that doesn't have the TSS sensor. To remove this cover, we're going to need to unattach these 4 tabs. For the front tabs, you're going to need to push in and down to remove it. The top 2 tabs should then come down easily after this. Put this away, flip your grill, and grab your TSS cover. To install this, do the reverse of the removal. Align your new TSS cover to the slots and push down, making sure that the tabs are clicked down properly. After this, grab your lock nut washers and secure it to the top tabs. I used a 7/16 socket and a hammer to secure this lock nut washers to the tabs. Next, let's now remove the OEM grill from your Toyota Tacoma. You're going to need a drill, a 10mm socket, and a pry tool. Pop your hood and let's quickly go over what you'll need to remove. You're going to need to use your drill to remove this 2 10mm bolts. Next, use your pry tool to pry these 2 plastic rivets. Lastly, unplug the TSS harness and push down the metal and the plastic tabs. To unplug the TSS harness, you're going to need to push down and out on the tab at the end. After this, you can now remove your OEM grill by giving it a good tug out. After removing the OEM grill from your Tacoma, let's now remove the TSS sensor and the grill casing. To remove the casing, you're going to need to remove 13 small black screws as well as 8 tabs. Let's first remove the TSS sensor. Grab your drill and your 10mm socket and start removing the bolts on each side of the sensor. And use the Phillips head and remove the last bolt attaching the TSS sensor to the grill. Next, grab your pry tool and start prying out the tabs holding the TSS sensor wires. After this, you can now safely remove the TSS sensor from your grill. We're also going to need to reuse these nut washers on the new TRD Pro grill. The next step is to remove the 13 black screws along the perimeter of your grill. If you're enjoying this video so far, please smash that like and subscribe button to support the channel. After removing the 13 black screws, we now need to remove the 8 plastic tabs to ensure that we can take the casing off the OEM grill. Patience will be required in this step as the plastic tabs are sometimes tightly attached to the grill. To make this step a little easier on your fingers, you may need to use a Phillips screwdriver and push the tab in and down. Repeat these steps until all the 8 tabs are pulled down and you can safely remove the casing from the OEM grill. The next step in this installation is to attach the TRD Pro grill and the TSS sensor on the casing you just removed. This part of the installation is the complete reverse of the previous step. Grab your TRD Pro grill and insert it to the tabs of the casing. Make sure that the tabs are lined up, seated, and you can hear it click on the other side to ensure a secure fit on the casing. Grab your lock nut washers and start installing the TSS sensor. Again, you're going to need your drill and your 10mm socket to do this installation. Adjust and install the cable management tab on the TRD Pro grill. This will ensure that the wires are secure while you're driving. Next, reinsert the plastic tab and the metal tab for the TSS harness. After that, grab a small washer and wedge it in between your TSS sensor and your TRD Pro grill. I've read online that this step is advisable to make sure your TSS sensor is aimed slightly high. This will emulate the original OEM placement. When that's complete, reinstall the 2 bolts on the side using your 10mm socket and drill. After that, simply reinstall the 13 small black screws we removed previously and you're now ready to reinstall this on your Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. It's now time to reattach the TRD Pro grill to your Tacoma. This step simply involves reattaching the TRD Pro grill tabs on the slots on your Tacoma. Carefully line up the TRD Pro grill to your Tacoma and push in. Make sure that you hear all the tabs click to ensure a proper and secure fit to your Tacoma. After that, grab your drill and your 10mm socket and reinstall the bolts. Then grab your plastic rivets and reattach and fasten it. Lastly, reinsert the metal tab of the TSS harness and reconnect the harness together. After this, you can put away your tools, close the hood, and enjoy your brand new TRD Pro grill on your Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. And here is some footage showing that the TSS sensor works just as great as before. I've tried the lane departure system and the cruise control system. As you can see, the Tacoma still recognizes if you're staying within your lane or departing from it. And here's a footage of the adaptive cruise control still working great. As you can see, it detects if the car gets too close in front of you. And that's it for this week's episode of Mod Mondays. Let me know what you think of this TRD Pro grill installation. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button, consider subscribing, and press that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. See you in the next one.